Hey everyone, it is Kelly Laverty with Be Rooted Wellness Studio here in Westchester, Pennsylvania, and welcome to Movement Monday. Each week we practice movement as a way to build relationship with ourselves, letting our body be the guide. And this week I keep thinking about something probably many of us watched this last week. I don't know about you, but I tuned into the Olympics and Ilia Malinin. He was incredibly prepared, highly trained, amazing, and he froze. He had nothing to do with how good he is, how amazing. He had so much pressure on him, and he didn't even think that would impact him. He thought he was so prepared, and yet it still got the better of him. And I totally relate. I know I've been in a moment where I've gone in prepared and something shifted, something overtook, that pressure overtook my body. And my body didn't do what I wanted it to do, what I knew I was capable of, what I had done a bunch of times before, right? I don't know if you've experienced that. Maybe you've had an interview where your mind was going so fast, your voice shook, maybe your body tightened, you stumbled, maybe in sports you relate, you went and your mind went blank and you forgot what you were going to do, or your body didn't go as fast as you've trained, you weren't as relaxed. This is not failure. This is our nervous system. And pressure isn't just our thoughts. It's not just in our mind. Our mind experiences that and it signals our body. And our body doesn't take any time to try to evaluate whether it's right or wrong. It is just knowing it's in danger. And so it signals protection. And when our body shifts into protection mode, often we freeze. That is often the response that many of us have. And even an Olympian, even someone who is prepared to fight this pressure, who has done it many times, if the body is not feeling safe, if it is getting those signals, that conflict signal down, it doesn't matter, right? So this week I want to explore that, right? What happens when our body doesn't feel safe? What happens when our mind signals and we override that trust that we have, that knowledge and that practice that we already have in our body? What do we do? How do we do that? How do we come out of it, right? How do we reset? So I want us to practice coming into our body. The first thing when we're too much in our head, too much in that pressure, is we have to signal safety to be in the body. So I want you just to take your attention to the body. Where is it right now? Where's your attention? Is it still in your thoughts? Do you have awareness of tightness or anything in your body? Just notice. Notice your breath. Notice any shifting, any signals the body is bringing to you, right? This is our first step to come into the body, to connect with sensation and really restore that relationship in our body, okay? And you can use movement to help you to notice if there's tension in your shoulders. Allow some movement to come into it. If there's clenching in your fists, notice that, feel that. Maybe allow yourself to go to your hands to support yourself, not to force yourself to unclench, right? But just explore, what does that tightness feel like? Maybe some softness is coming, right? We're not forcing calm, we're not forcing shifting, we're offering an option where if we notice the tension, we can bring movement that helps us to explore our capacity, right? Rigid tightness in our body can be where pressure shows up, right? Our stress or pressure can come in, that freeze response coming in, just clenching in. So another movement we can practice is bringing some rhythm, because if we're frozen, all our energy is just streaming in. So allow yourself to just find some rhythm. Maybe it's a sway, maybe it's a wiggle, maybe it's some pressure. It can be more of a stronger rhythm, right? Your breath is rhythm. Rhythm and movement helps cue our body to safety. That's what movement does. We're not trying to force our body to move and be too pressured and just keep that forcing. We're trying to force ourselves, right? If you've ever been forced to do something, you know instinctively your body protects, right? And if it can't, your mind protects you by disconnecting. And that is where we want to help bring the mind and body together through movement. So allowing yourself to explore in this way today, or come and join us in person in our classes here where we use movement to help build relationship with our body. It's not about performance. It's not about pressure. It's about letting our body be guided by our sensation, by our experience, by our rhythm, right? And if that's something that you are not nearby, you're not in Westchester, and you want one-on-one support, we can work together virtually as well, where I can help you notice how your mind and body communicate right now, the patterns that are there, the protective patterns of freezing, of fighting, of maybe you get in your body and you get angry, you get mad, and you go too quick to things. How do you allow yourself to come into the body and find that safety, right? I want you to notice if just by doing a little bit of embodiment, of coming and breathing and finding some rhythm today, along with me, how has that felt? How has that maybe shifted anything in your mind or your body? Have you had a moment to feel safe, to feel like you can clear some stuff out of your mind, any pressure, just in this moment to be able to be here? How's that been for you? I'd love to hear in the comments below. I'd love for you to follow me so that every Monday we can tune in, we can connect in this way. You can practice letting your body be its guide. And know that dance movement therapy is available for you to dive deeper into this. And I'd love to be that guide for you. I'd love to help offer support. So reach out, follow us, and I will see you next Monday.